good.
Then it goes a little something like.
How can love you all summer and after fall I'll keep.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. It is me, Brian D. Oh, it's 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 me, Brian D. Yes! What is up, everybody? Listen, I'm super duper excited. Excuse the alarms, the bells, and the whistles in the back. The sirens, if you will. I'm excited for y'all to be back. I really am. Before we get started with anything, make sure y'all go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe. And make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the.Brian_, so you can stay up to date with all things me. Let's connect, let's talk, and let's heal and grow together. So, y'all, listen. I'm fresh back from California. Y'all will be getting that footage soon. I'm currently editing and a whole bunch of other stuff. I said, hey, let me just go ahead and record real quick, just so we can have something out there in the interwebs, okay? So the people can eat on and consume and interact with. Yay. Okay. So yeah, today's video won't be super duper long, but it definitely something to talk about and kind of just, my life is just so funny, y'all. So sometimes I could be doing nothing and I just get a big old message or so big old wisdom from just the smallest things, right? So as y'all know, I went to California. Y'all be getting that footage soon. And I don't know about how everybody else does it, but before I leave out of town, no matter whether I'm going up the street or across the country, I always try to leave my living space super duper clean, so then when I get back, like, I don't have to deal with anything, right? So I go ahead, sweep, clean my room, clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, just making sure everything is what it needs to be. So went to California for 10 days, and it was very, very relaxing. I had time to kind of just sit and do nothing, which is very rare for me nowadays, but it was very much so a time of recharging, refueling, being around family, and it kind of just revitalizes you in such a way where it's just like, I can breathe, I can go just a little bit further. So did that, came back on a Monday. I think maybe like a day or two later, I'm realizing that, I either ate and or threw away a lot of things right before I left, just so that I wouldn't have to come back to like a stank apartment. So took the trash out, did all the things, and I'm like, okay, cool. So a couple days later, after I get back, I realized, oh wait, I need to go to the grocery store. Got it. Okay, cool. It's kind of late at night. I'll just go up to the corner store and just get me something real quick, and then the next day I'll go ahead and I'll do my thing. So I open my refrigerator just to kind of see what I have, and all I'm seeing is Tupperware full of stuff that I know is expired. And as I'm looking at these Tupperware, I know that they've been there for months. So there was a lot of things in there where it was just like, it's just there. Like, I'll get to it. It's just there. I'll get to it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Kind of just sitting down the next day, kind of trying to figure out, okay, now that I got whatever I needed from the corner store, next day, let me look at the refrigerator, let me see what I need to, so I'm just making a list at this point. And as I'm sitting down on the couch, it kind of just hits me. And this epiphany, this thought came to me, and it's like, this is what many of our souls in our lives look like. It looks like this refrigerator. It's not necessarily out of order. It's not necessarily super duper dirty, but there's a lot of things in there that is expired and that has no positive nutritional value to you, your life, your world, etc. So there's Tupperware of stuff in there. I don't like 2 or 3, but nonetheless, there's still things in there that because it's not affecting my present, that it almost becomes like a non-factor, right? And I know that if I go in there right now and attempt to consume something that I know is expired, it won't be no good for my physical body because it has already went through its lifespan. Like the time in which it was useful has passed. It has passed. And as I was sitting there, I realized in that moment the only reason why that I'm not dealing with these expired items is because it's not a present issue. It's not a pressing matter. There are other priorities in front of that which is not useful for me. But I'll entertain it. I'll move it around. I'll make sure that it doesn't touch what is new. But because it's in the same environment, if I were to open that Tupperware, it would affect everything that's around it. And so it just made me think, like, how often do we can detect that something is in our life that's not supposed to be there, but because of complacency, comfortability, or just being used to it just being there, we never take the time to really deal with it, clean it up, take it out, freshen up the environment that it's actually in, and move past it so we're able to make room for other things and or just have more space in general. So, yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, it kind of just came to me like that. Like, when we don't clean out our mental space, or we don't do the hard work, or we don't reach out to our family or our friends, and we kind of just, if we don't yield to our healing journey, or if we don't submit to our journeys of evolution, we will be dealing with the same stuff from a past time, from a past season that has nothing, that does not have any use for our present. So it's just there taking up space. And it has the potential to make us sick if we think, or if we're not in the right headspace. And it's like, oh, let me just try this. No, it's expired. It's expired. There are things, I don't have much in my freezer, but there's a couple things in my freezer that I know is expired. But it's frozen. It's not bothering anybody. It's just sitting there. But it's expired though. And it could potentially make me sick. And it could definitely be the instrument to my detriment if I allow it to. But, because it's not presently messing with me, I'm okay. I'm fine. So, yeah. I say all of that to say to myself and you, whoever you is, let's deal with our stuff. Let's deal with our stuff. No matter how much we try to push it in the back of a corner, act as if it's not there, we'll get to it tomorrow, tomorrow turns into next week turns into next month, and then all of a sudden you have items in your refrigerator, items in your life that's been there for 10, 20 plus years, and you haven't dealt with them because it's uncomfortable. Do you know how much intentionality it takes to clean out a refrigerator? Like, when you really think about it and you do it properly, like, gotta go through each little thing. Is this expired? Let me see the expiration date. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's been in Tupperware for a good week. Should I throw it away? Do I still have more time? Okay, cool. Then you throw everything in the trash. And then you gotta take another step if you do or do not have a dishwasher and wash the actual Tupperware, because the scent, the toxicity of what was in there could potentially make you sick if you don't properly clean it. Ooh. you gotta clean yourself out by any means necessary. Now there are, boundaries or whatever, but seriously, if you have to be intentional with cleaning properly, or it'll make you sick in your present. So, as I said, won't be a super long video, but let's deal with our stuff. Let's deal with our stuff. Let's deal with our stuff. Okay? Okay. So, before we leave, my question to you is there any area or areas of your life that, by whatever means or whatever reason, you've avoided, you shied away from, you've been procrastinating with, you haven't acknowledged for whatever reason? And whatever those reasons are, we have to approach them, deal with them with the necessary, however you need to approach it. And let's deal with it just so it's not a hindrance or a barrier for where we are going or where we desire to go next. So, really hope that helps somebody, because it definitely helped me. I said, I need to clean my refrigerator. But yeah, lessons from a refrigerator. Okay, it's time to clean out. Woo! But no, like I said at the beginning of the video, y'all will definitely be getting the vlog footage from California very soon. I just gotta piece it all together, make it make sense, and then y'all will have that footage. But until then, I really hope that this very, very brief time can definitely be of benefit to you. And yeah, make sure y'all go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at _Brian_ and stay up to date with all things Brian. And yeah, this is definitely becoming a place of like healing, and like this is becoming fun for me, for sure. Sometimes I don't want to cut the camera on, but I'm like, hey, we're just gonna cut it on, and those who need to see it will see it, and those who don't, and hey, we're just gonna keep on doing this thing. But yes, I'm super duper excited just to be back to our regular scheduled program. Got a little bit thrown off with like vacationing and traveling, so definitely took a week off last week, but I'm still very much so committed, still very much so here. And yes, so that concludes this week's video. And until next time, I will see you